Good morning, students. This is the revision video of the chapter Socialism in Europe and Russian Revolution. And now in this video, we'll discuss about October Revolution and its impact. And thereafter, we'll try to understand how Russia became a socialist country. And further, we'll also discuss the role of Stalin or contribution of Stalin in establishment of a socialist country. So let us discuss the October Revolution. So far we discussed the Feb Revolution, and through the Feb Revolution we came to understand that in Russia monarchy came to an end. Tsar Nicholas period was over, and in his place provisional government took the position. And at the same time Vladimir Lenin returned from the exile, and he was a socialist leader. He was a leader of Bolshevik group, and he asked from the provisional government to perform certain things, and that was termed as the April thesis. So under the April thesis he asked for certain demands, and that is why these were also known as April thesis or April demand. Now after that we need to understand the October Revolution. So let us discuss the October Revolution and its impact. So what was there in the October Revolution? The Russian Revolution of October 1917. We already discussed the Feb Revolution, and now we are moving towards the October Revolution. So in between 1 year, in 1917, two revolutions took place. First in February month, the first revolution took place, that was termed as the Feb Revolution. And what was the result? What was the outcome? Through this revolution, monarchy came to an end, and in its place, provisional government was formed. So under the provisional government, three important groups were there: soldiers, workers, and the members of Duma. But we need to understand here that again, the provisional government became very arrogant, and it was not ready to give importance to the workers. So within the provisional government, the workers were not getting enough rights. They were not getting they're not getting enough choices. So that is why the workers were not satisfied, and ultimately they left the provisional government. Meanwhile, we need to understand here that the conflict started between the provisional government. On the other hand, we need to understand that one more group was ready at the time, that was Bolshevik group, and his leader was Vladimir Lenin. So Vladimir Lenin became important man, and he wanted to topple down the provisional government. He told his members that the time has come to remove the provisional government, because the provisional government is not the permanent government. So the Bolsheviks should rule. The socialist group should rule in the country. That is why the Vladimir Lenin asked the Bolshevik member to topple down, to revolt against the provisional government. So conflict started between the provisional government led by Kerensky and the Bolshevik group. We need to understand here that at the time provisional government was led by Kerensky, and on the other hand Bolshevik was under the control of Vladimir Lenin. So on one hand the provisional government wanted to continue in the office, they wanted to continue with their power, government power, but on the other hand Bolsheviks wanted to remove the provisional government. So this is how now the conflict started between the provisional government and the Bolshevik group. Now Bolshevik group under Leon Trotsky decided to seize power. Now Leon Trotsky was a very important man. He was a military commander, and he tried to seize power. He took the command of Bolshevik group. Of course, the ultimate command was under the hand of Vladimir Lenin, but here Leon Trotsky's role is very important. The Prime Minister Kerensky called the troops. So we need to understand it. In order to save himself, Prime Minister Kerensky of provisional government, he called the troops, he called the soldiers. Military men loyal to the Bolshevik went to take control of the telephone and telegraph line. Now at that time the most important thing was the communication. So military men who were very loyal to the Bolshevik, they went to take control of the telephone and telegraph offices. Meanwhile, a ship Aurora shelled the Winter Palace. Winter Palace was the President Palace, and by nightfall the city was under the control of Military Revolutionary Committee, and the minister surrendered. By December, the Bolshevik controlled the Moscow. We need to understand here that by using certain strategy, now October was under the control of, or through the October Revolution, now the entire country was under the control of Bolshevik group. So here we need to understand that despite the involvement of provisional government in the war, finally the war was won over by Bolshevik group. here military got divided between two groups. Military also got divided between the Bolsheviks and provisional government, but ultimately provisional government won the war, and finally the revolution came to an end with the establishment of Bolshevik government. Now, most industries and banks were nationalized in November 1970. So we have to understand that whatever was asked, was demanded in the April thesis, it was implemented when the Bolshevik group came to power. So what we saw here that in Russia, Tsar Nicholas government was there. Through the Feb Revolution, he was removed, and in his place, provisional government came. But again, provisional government was also not fit. So in his place, Bolshevik group through October Revolution came to power. And when it came to power, it nationalized most of the industries and banks in 1917. Land was declared social property, and peasants were allowed to seize the land of the nobility or nobles. So we need to understand what was demanded. It was now implemented in the month of November. In the cities also, Bolshevik enforced the partition of large houses according to the family requirement. Now, what was very interesting about the socialist group, that when socialist group, particularly the Bolshevik group, because Bolshevik was the socialist group only, so when they came to power, they started the socialism in the Russia. They distributed the land, they nationalized the bank as well as industry, and after that they even redistributed the large houses to the needy person according to the family requirement, and they banned the use of old titles or aristocracy. New uniforms were designed for the army and officials, so everything was under change. Everything was going under change, so military uniform was also changed. In 1918, the Bolshevik made peace with the Germany at Brest-Litovsk. So, what was the first demand in the April thesis? It was the first demand that the Russia should end its participation in the World War first. So here, when Bolshevik group came to power, it signed a peace treaty with Germany that was termed as Brest-Litovsk, and with this treaty, finally, Russia withdrew itself from the First World War. Russia became a one-party state, and after that, Russia became a one-party state in which Bolshevik party, and further it came to be known as Socialist Party. It became the ultimate party in Russia. So there was no other party than the Socialist Party in Russia. So we need to understand the party became one single party or single dominant party, and after that, no one was there to raise their voice against the political party. That was the Socialist Party. So this is how finally Socialist got the chance to rule over the Russia. Now, making a socialist society. Once the socialist group came, they wanted to create a socialism in the country, and they became successful also. So they made the socialist society. So what was there in the socialist society? First of all, banks and industries were kept nationalized. I mean to say, they were now under the control of government. Nothing was privatized, nothing was in the hand of individuals, everything was given to the government, and government was now taking control of it. 5-year plan were introduced. We need to understand here, in order to develop the country, it was decided to launch the 5-year plan. So first 5-year plan was launched there in the Russia in order to develop the country. Thereafter, after the death of Lenin, another leader came, and he was a very important, renowned leader of the time. His name was Stalin. So Stalin, when he came, he introduced the collectivization of agriculture, or collective farms were introduced, and profit was shared. So those who opposed collectivization were punished. We need to understand here that everything was going on the lines of socialism. And socialists were of the view that the property should not be concentrated in few hands or in private hands. It should be distributed to society, or society should take the responsibility to use the resources of the country. So finally, Stalin also came, and he was also an important socialist leader, and he also formulated his ideas to formulate or to make the society a socialist society. And with that view, he finally ordered for the collective farming, or for the collectivization of land. And this created a lot of controversy also, because farmers were not ready to give up their land for the collective farming, but ultimately they were forced, or they were convinced to give up their land. And after that, government controlled all the farmlands, and collective farming started in the country. So that program is known as collectivization theory. Although he faced many problems, but ultimately became successful in running these programs under the socialist countries. So we came to understand that socialism became a very important ideology, and it was the first time in Russia that socialist government was formed under the Vladimir Lenin, and after that Stalin took the responsibility to enhance it further. We need to understand here the socialism as an ideology, it reached up to the different parts of the world. It reached in European countries, it reached in different Asian countries, and it reached also in India. So we have to understand this ideology moved and expanded all over the world. And Russia, China, these are the important socialist or communist countries, and it is still in existence. So this is all about here in this video. Thank you so much. Hmm?